Hello guys, and welcome back to DML. So, just out of the blue, like an hour or so ago, we actually got confirmation that a brand new Dragon's Delight event is coming to DML this week. So, this Thursday to be exact. And if you want to see this post yourself, it's just a topic on the Gameloft forums called Dragon's Delight. And Andrew's posted, hello, a new Dragon's Delight is coming to Dragonlandia. The main rewards are the Azure, the Fut San, and the Heavenly Dragons kick off on Thursday. So it's starting this Thursday. We have 3 reward dragons, and 2 of them are new dragons that we've never had before. So, to start off with, the Azure Dragon is this guy right here. I've always loved this dragon whenever I've seen him on the map itself. I think he looks really cool. This is baby form as well. Adorable little guy. And the Azure is a wind, shadow, and light epic. So not a legendary, not a divine, but a cool dragon nonetheless. And actually pretty decent with his typing. And then the Fut San, we know what its elements are. It is I almost said ground, earth, void, and energy dragon, but we don't have any pictures for him quite yet. And then finally we have the Heavenly Dragon, which is a dragon that we've seen a lot of times in the past, but his elements are the earth, fire, and metal. But the main thing about this event, along with the fact that, it was just really sudden, like 2 days of notice, barely even, but Dinzerillo, I think is the other forum poster's name here. I think they have a pretty good point. They said, is there any other info as far as how many to get each dragon or other changes? And they said, honestly, it seems a bit of poor timing since the breeding dens are busy with chain breeding and the Dragon's Delight requires breeding every 6 hours. And I completely and utterly agree. Because the thing is, at the moment, obviously, we have the legendary laser to be breeding. And along with that, we also have the red scale dragon to be breeding as well. And Dragon's Delight events have always had breeding as a part of one of the quests. So, if we start putting Dragon's Delight events in during these sets of chain breeding events as well, again, we're going to have to start choosing between what events we actually want to participate in. Which I do not think is the right model for how we should be playing the events out. So, I don't know, that's my initial thoughts on it. I'm happy we're getting new dragons, but we do need more info on the event itself. But as long as you are aware that it is coming, then, at least you can prepare for it. And, these two, you should know what is coming out of this breeding den. But, oh man, look at that egg. Actually, it's quite blurry. The egg is very underwhelming compared to the dragon itself, and it will take 2 days to finish hatching. So, we do have the legendary basically already, but he will take 2 days to hatch. In the meantime, I am still going to try and breed for more laser dragons, because if we breed more than one, we can have more than one attempt at a time going for the red scale dragon, so that is my main reason for doing that. But, I don't know, with all of these events ongoing at the same time, I really do think it's probably going to be a tricky set of weeks, but let me know what you think, and let me know if you have had any luck with breeding the dragons that you need so far. So in preparation for Dragon's Delight events, what else do we need to actually prepare? So, the normal stuff, which would be, don't put in super long food timers, because otherwise it's going to ruin your chances in the event. Just before the event starts, make sure you've got a lot of gold ready to collect. Normally we would say don't put long breeding times or potential breedings into the breeding den. But with the current chain breeding and Dragon of the Month, I would say don't even worry about it, because you've got to decide really, is the Dragon's Delight event so important to you that you could potentially ruin your chances of getting the monthly and the red scale? Personally, I think actually getting the monthly is a little bit more important, so, that's just my take, but just be aware of it nonetheless. Another thing with Dragon's Delight events as well, make sure you've got enough portal gems to get you through all the fights that you're going to have to do and things like that, and you never know. this Dragon's Delight event could be completely different, and we could have a ton of other stuff that we have to do. You never know, maybe we'll have to use arena gems. Maybe we'll have to pet 7 billion dragons to do the quest. You never know. So, a good rule of thumb with any new event that is coming up, especially if we don't know the full details, is just don't put in long timers, don't do stuff that you can't easily get out of, you know, so again, not long food timers, stuff like that, having portal gems that you need, and that should more or less do you for the event. But obviously, when you actually are doing the event, a lot of the time, it will require you to be logging in quite frequently. And, personally, I am not going to be here for, like, the whole weekend. So, especially if this Dragon's Delight event lasts from, like, Thursday afternoon until Monday, yeah, that's not going to be happening for me. So, I mean, especially when we don't have prior information of when the event's going to start, it makes participating in these events a lot more annoying. Because at least if we have like a week's notice, like we had a weekly schedule that was posted about this week, and the Dragon's Delight event was not included on it. And I don't want to sound like a party pooper or a negative Nancy, but the fact that it wasn't put on there makes me think that maybe this could have been a last minute decision or a failure in communication somewhere in Gameloft, and now we suddenly have the event. In which case, I really, really do hope that this event is not just another copy-pasted event from a different time again. Because the boss challenge that we had, if you didn't notice, was a copy and pasted event. Obviously, the castle event that we had before that was a completely copy and pasted event. So please, I beg, please do not give us 3 copy-pasted events in a row, just with different reward dragons. Because at that point, I am gonna start thinking that maybe you've given up a little bit. And it's not just me that thinks like that, it's other people as well. Like, I've been seeing more and more people cropping up on the forums, in the Discord server, on Facebook, personally messaging me and stuff like that. They just... so many more people noticing just a lack of effort going into the events themselves. Like, we had the major update, which brought so much good stuff, and we praised them for that. And we were super grateful that we got all this new stuff, these new dragons. We know that we're going to have a new Norse event coming, and that was planned really well. They gave us hints on the upcoming Divine event on the map itself, which I think was really cool. But now you're making all of your air quotes new events copy-paste of old events again. So please, I really, really do hope that that is not the case with this one. And if it is, I'm going to be extremely disappointed, and I don't think I'm going to be the only person that is going to be disappointed if that were to happen. So, I don't know, I guess I'm not going to make too many assumptions. Obviously, we will wait, and we don't have to wait too long, since it will be out in 2 days. We will wait and see before we make any decisions, or, you know, any, I guess, ratings on how we find the event itself. But man, I hate Dragon's Delight events to begin with. I don't just want to say the same event again. At least give us a story with this one. Is that too much to ask? Just an introduction story, a change to the explanation of how the event runs, something. Just anything. That's all I want. One change. One notable, just impactful change for how the event comes across to the audience. But oh well, you know, again, I'm not going to dwell on too much that we can't really affect at the moment. But obviously, we're probably going to have a leaderboard dragon, we're going to have a really high milestone dragon, and we're going to have a sort of, still pretty difficult to reach milestone, but sort of like a mid-ground milestone. And I'm going to assume that that's probably going to be the place of the Heavenly Dragon, because it would make logical sense that the Heavenly would be the you know, the mediocre milestone dragon, but they haven't confirmed that as of right now. Again, we've just had so little time to prepare and actually get info for this event that they might post it as this video goes up. You never know. But there's been a real distinct lack of communication between the company and the players as of recently. And I know that they've been having problems with people not being around, like not being on the forums for personal reasons, other people not noticing and not actually responding to anyone for a week, but I don't know, I think everything's just mounting up and giving me a really negative impression of what's going on recently. So again, I'm gonna try and look on the positive side. What's a good thing? Oh yeah, we're getting the Azure Dragon, aren't we? That's cool. That's cool. That makes me happy thinking about him. Actually, do I still have the tab open? Oh, look at him. Oh, look at those chubby cheeks. Okay, I think that's enough. It's like, if you ever feel down, just go and look at pictures of something cute like birds or cats or something. I don't know, whatever suits your fancy. And it'll probably cheer you up a little bit, so that instead of focusing on the bad, we will focus on the good. And by the way, I know I haven't really mentioned anything about this, but if you are in the Elite League, one thing that you may have noticed is the fact that the Grand Promotion prize has actually changed from the Herald Dragon, and it is now the Merchant Dragon. So before, we had the Herald Dragon, which is only given to the #1 spot person, and it seems like with the regular old arena set with the Mech Dragon and Tsunami and stuff, these do rotate out into different dragons. So now we have the Merchant Dragon, which is the prize for the top player for this round as well. So who do we have? We have the Herald, we have the Merchant, and I'm pretty sure the other ones are confirmed. What is the other one? The Amazon? And there might be another one as well, although the Amazon is a legendary, isn't it? So I don't know. But either way, we do have a cycling set of dragons. So for those people that are looking to get rank 1 all the time, you know, power to them. Currently there's someone with 153,000 points, which, to be honest with you, isn't that much, but the arena hasn't really been up that long either. So I'm sure those points will probably go up to like 600,000 or something, like they usually tend to, because everyone is just going off their nut with all of this at the moment. And obviously we've got all of our new what are they called? Apprentices to deal with now, because we got rid of a bunch, we got some new ones in, and so we'll start trying to help them out, hopefully get them through the apprentice/mentor program quick, and we'll hopefully eventually get that Professor Dragon that we've been waiting 10 million years for. I guess one can always hope. But final thing before I go, that I just want to mention quick, is that if you are considering gemming the breeding or hatching time for your laser dragon or anything else, now would probably be the time to put on the clam subscription or whatever you're looking to buy, because do remember that we do have a gem spending event on for the angler dragon. So whenever you see gem spending events, that's probably the best time to pick up gem deals. Or you pick up gem deals when everything's like 90% off in those rare sales, and then you just spend it on everything that you need during the gem sales. Because, for example, if you spend 750, you get 200 gems back. So that's only 550, technically. And, you know, you get 200 back. So, I mean, it is the best time to spend it. Obviously, I would normally recommend not spending, because you usually don't need to, but if you are the sort of person to do it, now is probably a decent time to take advantage. So do not forget, make sure you're taking advantage of everything within your power to help your progress as much as you possibly can. But I think that's going to do me for now. Again, I can't wait for this legendary to hatch and us finally start trying to breed this red scale. So best of luck to absolutely all of us, and hopefully we get even more info about that Dragon's Delight event very soon. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you soon.